Hey guys, today's video is going to be in a little bit different format. I'm going to be doing this a little more vlog style. Today is the first day of our edible landscaping, and I'm excited about this subject. I'm really excited to get my own started. I've been thinking about this since last fall when I got this book, and I've read this book 3 times. If you haven't gone out and bought it, I know a lot of you have, I recommend it. I'll put a link down below. Today I'm going to be setting up my bed, giving you a tour of where I'm going to be doing 2 smaller edible landscapes rather than 1 large one. And hopefully that'll be the same for you. I usually have a tendency to bite off more than I can chew, and so by doing smaller sections, I think that's going to let me, I won't get overwhelmed and then just kind of start throwing things in haphazardly. And I recommend that for you too. You know, start small, and then when you get used to it, this is the first time I've ever done something like this, and probably you as well. So start small, and then you can grow as you grow in the subject matter. If you're excited about this series, please give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what you're looking forward to. Are you going to have your edible landscape in the front yard like me, or do you have a place in the backyard? So today's the day that I get started on the edible landscape. I'm going to do a couple of things differently than I thought. This was the area. Over here is where I had my 3 sisters bed last year. And so I was going to make this entire 24-foot long bed the edible landscape bed. Well, I've already taken away so many of Noah's play places that he really, I mean, he's into basketball and he's also getting into skateboarding. And so I had told him we'd make him a mini ramp this summer. So the area from the 3 sisters bed to right around there is going to be his mini ramp. I have the bed over here for my roses and the tulips that did an amazing job. This half is on its way out. This half will be on its way out by next week. And so I'm going to actually make this part of the edible landscape. So I'm going to have the bed over here on this side, and I'm going to have the 3 sisters area, which was only about 4 inches above the driveway. Today I'm gonna add another 2x4 on top all the way around, and then I'm going to fill it up with compost. So it's gonna be a deeper bed than it was before. I don't think I had a good enough soil last year. I only had a couple of inches of compost on top of the native soil that was a little bit compacted. It is growing weeds, so it's not super compacted, and it's still fertile, but another, several inches of compost is going to help that. Usually when I make a video, I'm very familiar with the subject matter, and I like to put out all the information that I know. And I mean, you guys still have questions that I can answer, so I always forget to put things in. But this, it's a bit different because I've never done this before. I got Rosalind Creasy's book last summer, late summer, and I've read through it 3 times. And so I have a lot of great ideas, but trying to take that and put it into a way to, translate that over to you guys, I've been stalling, honestly. I'm so nervous about this video. But on yesterday's video, I promised it was coming out today, which is going to be tomorrow. This is actually Friday. So I got to get busy and stop stalling. But today I'm going to go through kind of design, setup, my ideas. I'm going to let you see my plans that I've laid out for both beds. So I've trimmed the front of this hedge back. The top still needs to be brought down several feet. This is about 15 feet tall. But for today, at least, I can get the bed built up and filled. Not necessarily planted, but I'm not quite ready to do that anyway until we all talk about design. In the corners, I'm going to dig down and screw some of these to support the next level of boards. Okay, so I finished putting the basic frame together. I've got a little piece of wood in each corner, and then 3 across the front, just to make it sturdy. And it is sturdy, real sturdy. And there's no magic to this. You don't have to be intimidated. I mean, literally, if you can hold a drill, you can do this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, look, I split the wood. I don't care. It's still gonna work just fine. So there have been quite a few of you who have asked what I use in terms of soil for my raised beds. Typically, it's the Kellogg's Raised Bed Potty Mix, which I'm also using out here in the front yard. So it's pretty much level with the top of the bed in most spots. I might put a little bit more in. It still is going to leave room for mulch though, because it will settle. Right now it's all fluffed up. It will settle down though and leave me room for a good layer of mulch. So I was going to hire somebody to top this hedge. They wanted 300 bucks. I'm looking at the wrong place. They wanted 300 bucks to do it. And literally it would probably take me 2 hours. Plus I'll get to keep all of it, and maybe I'll go rent a shredder at Home Depot and get some mulch out of it. So, okay, it's gonna add a couple more hours to my to-do list, but I think I'll be happier and not complaining about the money I spent that didn't really need to be spent. Okay, so I've just figured out that this is going to be a 2-day video, and I'm not gonna make you wait until next weekend. We'll do the second half tomorrow. Hello.
Hello.
We'll do the second half tomorrow for our Sunday video. But right now, before we finish up this video, I want to give you a look at my plans to see how I've got things laid out in my mind and on paper. And they could change, but I think I've got it nailed down where it's pretty much going to be how it's going to be. Okay, so we're talking about this area here. First of all, I actually got one of the Birdie's beds. I've been hearing a lot of great things about that. And so that's going to go over here where this junk is right now. And I'm going to grow tomatoes the way I normally grow them. It's going to cover the trailer, so it'll be a nice little backdrop here to help beautify this area. But then in this area, I'm going to have a small path that goes back behind between the hedge. So I've already made thinner dirt area back there. I'm going to have 3 teepees with beans. And the color scheme is going to be pinks and purples. So I've got pink okra. It's going to fill in between the teepees. I've got stepping stones to go to this teepee just to make it easier to hit the front. And then I've got pineapple sage in front of both of these. I'm going to add some perennials, so some echinacea in here, pink echinacea. And then I've got some ornamental, well, they're not ornamental, they're actually peppers that have an ornamental look to them that have a pinkish purple color.
Mister. Oh.
So over here, the 3 rose bushes are going to be staying, and I'm going to be building around. I need something to cover that wall because it doesn't get as much sun as the front because of the eaves of the house. So I think what's going to go back there is sage, which may or may not work because of the sun issue, but some scarlet kale is going to go back against there as well. I know that'll work. So that will kind of be tall against the wall. And then I'm going to be planting 4 artichokes. That's going to give me a nice silver color. This bed is also going to be in pinks and purples. The roses are pink, and silver always looks good with that. Behind the roses, I'm going to put some dill. And in front of the roses, I'm going to be putting a mixture of bull's blood beets, mainly because of the beautiful color of leaves, and pink chard. Those stems are bright pink. It's going to make a nice color pop along the front. And then in front of that, I've got 2 lavender plants, 1 on each end. I'm going to put a 3rd one in the middle. Actually, I'm going to put 2 more between the roses here in the front. And then going with the purple theme between the lavender, I'm going to be putting some eggplant. I'm going to fill in with bee balm, which is pink, different colors of pink, and pink zinnias. So Emily was filming the plan over my shoulder, and she was quite embarrassed that I was actually filming in this hat, so she just went to order me a new one on Amazon. Oh well. So I'm filming this on Friday. You'll be watching this on Saturday. So tomorrow in real life it will be Saturday, and I'm going to take care of the hedge and then film a segment on kind of the basics, going through some of the book, Rosalind Creasy's book. If you haven't purchased this, I know a lot of you have, but if you haven't, I'm going to put a link down below. There's no way I'm going to be able to relay everything in this book. I mean, there's so many pictures of plant combinations, lists of plants that you can grow, you know, that work well with each other. But I'm going to hit the high points over the next few weeks, and I think the best way to make this series work is to have you watch me in vlog style. I hope today wasn't too disjointed. I will get better. I'm doing all this for the first time, vlog style, teaching this subject matter. So bear with me, but I do think the best way is to watch me do it, and then throughout that time, go over why I'm doing certain things so that you can learn that as well. At least that's how I learn, so hopefully that will work the same for you.